What thing?
What you mean?
And we waiting on people to get here?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you was ready.
I'm relatively ready, yeah.
Tell you what.
Tell me something.
I wish you guys could be here prior to the show starting because, like, before the show starts, it's probably the best part of the whole show because there's a whole lot of Isaac fucking up the camera, moving stuff around. Before we got on, I was like, "Hey, just move the picture." And he's like, "We'll move it out of the shot." I'm like,
"See, what you guys don't understand is..."
He's like, "Move it more into the shot," and I'm like, "No, we're gonna take it in the other room."
First of all, you never make assumptions.
That's not about assumptions. It's like
you said your piece. Let me say my part.
Of the set.
The assumption is, well, I don't want to make any assumptions, right? And if you know Lily, then you know anything goes. So she could be like, "Fuck this picture" in the mid. I don't know.
At what point have I been like, "Fuck this picture"?
Not the picture, just
does
things.
That seem like the type of thing that I would do?
I don't know what you're capable of. Yes, it does. That's why I asked, what do you want? I want clarity. I don't want to just assume that you want something because it's usually not that thing or it's something completely different. But it's okay. She's stalling is what she's doing.
No, I'm not. I am ready. Sharing. I'm doing my job. I don't know what you're doing. I'm doing my job. I'm trying to get more viewers. I'm going to start tagging people in about 5 seconds. Hey, if you're watching right now, share. Share, please. Share with your friends. Push the like button. Do things to make it pop up in people's algorithm so we can get the show started. I'm ready to start.
Because it's Thursday.
Yeah, it's fucking Thursday.
Mm. And it's time for bourbon and pancakes.
And
it's 10ish.
And it's fucking 10ish. He's killing me. No. Like, come on, where's the thing?
We have the notes. No, see, you forgot what the note said.
I forgot what the note said.
Yeah, you actually did, actually. It was your notes, too. It was your idea.
It's Thursday.
And it's 10ish.
So that means it's time for fucking bourbon and pancakes.
Welcome to bourbon and pancakes.
Jesus. Gosh.
Don't.
Wow.
Not in vain, you don't.
Don't act like you respect Jesus. We're not going to do this right now. Now you respect Jesus? That's what we're going with? Now Isaac he put his hat on, his Sunday hat on, and now he has a deep love of the Lord that I had never heard of prior to now.
Deep love.
You told me not to use his name in vain. Those are for the people who have a deep love of Jesus.
No, I'm saying yeah.
No, yeah. So yeah.
I'm saying yes.
Oh, you are agreeing?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm not being sarcastic.
He's been converted. So
anyway,
as we drink these devil spirits,
the devil's juice.
Yeah, the devil's brew. It's my turn to toast. We're going to toast to change. Mm-hmm. We are going to toast to change.
I was just
about to say, but there's been a lot of change lately.
Change gonna come.
Let's toast to it. Why not? We got changes and
change gonna come.
Really? Did you have a moment? Did Sam come into your spirit?
I'm having a moment like it's spiritual in the.
He put on his Sam Cooke outfit. I wish I could see what he had on because I didn't know where I don't know where he's headed when he's done with this show, but it's somewhere. I'm gonna be at the house.
How you figure I ain't come from somewhere?
I know you.
Change. You knew me. You knew.
He changed from last week. And you know what? That's why we toasted to that.
I dig it. Kristen's in the house.
Hey, Kristen.
Hashim's in the house.
Hey.
So, we got to figure that part out. Hashim already disagrees.
He always disagrees before we even say what the topic is, before we do the toast, before anything happens.
But I agree.
Before we put syrup on the pancakes.
With Hashim.
You disagree too?
I know I agree with what he's disagreeing about. He has the right to disagree. I agree with that.
You agree that he has the right to disagree.
And we do have pancakes.
We do.
It's definitely part of the show.
It's part of the name and everything.
The branding and all of that. Okay, so these are buckwheat pancakes. Right? Am I close?
Just, every week. he comes up with something new and outrageous to call the pancakes. He just be like, you know what? I think these are wheatgrass pancakes. I'm like, why the fuck would I make wheatgrass pancakes?
There's vanilla in this.
There is. Now this finally for once.
I'm focused this time. Hold on. It is a different type of pancake, though.
Is it?
You use a different type of flour or something? You didn't do that? Regular flour?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We have the syrup. It's hot.
Didn't taste prior to now. I should have.
You put the bourbon in.
Of course.
I mean, like.
I put a little bit.
Okay. The last time you was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna put it in at the end.
The bourbon had to go in.
Yeah. No, I dig it. I mean, again, part of the branding, but I was just curious, you know.
No.
Okay, let's see what this is. It's definitely, well, the light fucks everything up. I think it's red, right? Or purple. It looks kind of purple. Oh shit. I was overcompensating for the blue light. I was like, okay, it's probably gonna be.
It's killing me.
I'm doing my best over here. Okay, hold on.
He's struggling over there.
I
mean, he doesn't know what it is at all.
No.
I love it. I love when he
Watch
does
this.
that.
Watch this.
Go ahead.
Ginger.
Well, I put so much in there. You wasn't gonna disrespect my ginger.
Well, last time you did the little.
I did not with the ginger. But today,
you gotta do this with the. You gotta.
Today, ginger comes like in a whole root. I took a whole piece off of it.
But that's what I'm talking
all
about.
Of it's going in there.
That's
ginger.
I love that. Now I gotta figure out what is the purple part. The purple part. It's damn. Because the ginger masks it, and you get the sweetness, but I don't know. I'm thinking raspberries, but that doesn't make sense.
It's blackberries.
Of course it's blackberries. Because that goes right into the topic. Why would you choose any other kind of berry? That goes exactly what we...
Come on now. He doesn't go with things.
Hashim says, I'm about to go down to the bar in the lobby and drink with y'all.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I feel like everybody who watches this show, please be drinking with us. Like, we always have a glass. I'm steady drinking through the whole show. Drink with us.
Though I've already started. So I wanted to put that part.
Saw that. Drink some more with us. It makes it special.
And Jonathan's in the house. He says,
what up, Jonathan?
So you can't do that. I was about to drink that.
I know. Okay, I'm going to move this away from you so you can't drink it.
All right. So I got a question.
I couldn't find a mason jar, so I had to put the syrup in a cup.
No, I dig the...
it was the life. It was the life we were living today.
The ingenuity. I appreciate that. All right.
Here comes the topic.
Do we really want a motherfucking revolution?
Do we really want a motherfucking revolution? And I heard, it's a little nod to a particular gospel singer that was in the media this week.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, just a slight nod. That's not gonna be the topic, but it was a nod because it was just kind of like it just seemed like it was such a big deal was made of it, and so much conversation was about how adult children interact with their parents and how we're supposed to treat them and things like that. I mean, like, do you interact well with your parents as an adult?
Yes, I do. I think that, not to delve into it, but I mean, I think the relationship established since I was a child, so it's not anything new. It's just an ongoing. Now, I'm older now, so there's things that are more permitted, like my mother has seen the show.
Oh,
so
I didn't know that. Sorry, Mom.
And my aunts and cousins and
gosh, hey, aunts and cousins. I mean, now you're making me nervous. What the fuck?
Know. But I'm not.
Why
necessarily...
are you trying to do that to me? My aunts and cousins don't watch the show.
Well, anyway, I was just saying because this is a different demeanor.
Yeah, different side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did she say?
I mean,
can you tell me what she sort of like? Can you paraphrase?
No, she digs it. Yeah, she digs it. I mean, she knows, but I don't do that.
Right. No, I'm saying seeing you do it is different from knowing that she do it.
We'll talk about it because my
mom. Lord, now we're gonna talk about it.
No, because
this is what we're talking about. We were gonna have a moment of transparency and love on the show about the show. And
I said she digs it.
We're gonna move on. Listen, you gonna change it to the ticker and do all stuff. Because that's why I was gonna sit on this side. But last week when I tried to sit on that side, it just felt so uncomfortable it couldn't work. I'm gonna find another way. Listen, what we really need to talk about is because I'm like, what are you doing?
It wouldn't save.
He's doing the best he can. They say that the revolution is not going to be televised.
It's not going to be televised.
No, that's what they say. I'm wondering, is it even going to fucking start? Because it seems like the more that, things start happening where there could be a catalyst to really get us going on some revolutionary shit, we as people we kind of tamp it down and we start going along with the people that are oppressing us. And all of a sudden it's all this kumbaya bullshit. Like a revolution is supposed to be a major change. It's you know what I'm saying? It's a shift. It's violent. It's not, ooh, let's hug each other and everything's going to get better. That is not how it works. Historically anyway, unless there's some new huggy revolution that's going to happen this time.
So I think the first thing that has to happen is we have to define terms. Right.
Here he goes.
What you mean, here we go?
We can't never just have a conversation. No, define.
How's that not a conversation? No, because I think that some people think that a revolution is happening, and you're saying a revolution has to be a bloody one.
I did not mention blood.
You did. You said violence.
Violence is not always bloody.
Okay.
Do you want to look it up?
We'll play that game.
Wow,
You're right. It doesn't always. I thought you were alluding to violence.
No, I wasn't talking about war and revolution. Those are two different things.
Okay, well then, what do you mean by violence? Then why does a revolution have to be violent?
Because it's violent in its nature, that it shakes up the course of how we're doing things. That's a violent thing. That's a violent change. It's like boom, it's different. It's not this. Oh, because if it were gradual and slow, and then it would be evolution. You know what I'm talking about? We are talking about a revolution, which means it's instant. It's like boom, and it hits you in the gut.
See, and that's why words are important.
I'm pretty.
No, I mean that's dope. That's deep and dope. It's deep and dope. You said that if it's a little bit slower and it's incremental over time, that is evolution.
Yeah.
Do we want an evolution?
Do we want a motherfucking evolution?
Or do we want a revolution? You're saying a revolution is abrupt. It's forceful, it's intense, and it's abrupt.
Yeah.
I need to think about that actually.
Oh God!
No. I mean,
read some comments.
I was gonna do that. That was the segue. That was literally the segue. I'm
agreeing with you. Why are we like this? I thought we were gonna have a better day today.
We're having a wonderful day.
Literally, you said you think about it. I said, well, let's read some comments. That goes together. That means I picked up on what you were putting down. Here's the thing. Before we started the show, I had to ask him if he really thought I was stupid because he keeps talking to me like I'm dumb. And I'm just, I need to understand. So it's like, for me, like if we're having this moment, you got to know I'm picking up on what you're putting down or else I would not be so smart. Is that what you're trying to say about me, Isaac?
I think you're one of the most brilliant people I know. I've said that multiple times.
You say it, but do you act like it?
That's deep. I'm going to go to the comments.
Please read the comments. I really hate when you do this. Read the comments. God damn. We ain't ready for a revolution. I heard, they said the N words, somebody had that. No, I'm scared of revolution.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
you knew where I was headed?
Yeah.
You heard a little Gil Scott in your day? You were looking at me like you didn't know what was happening.
It was the theatrics.
We are struggling.
I'm not struggling.
I don't know if you noticed.
Jonathan
I know
says,
we are struggling today.
For instance, in Texas, our power went out and mofos lost their mind. If electricity loss is an issue, we ain't ready for a revolution.
Well, I don't know about that, sir. I didn't say that we wanted to go back in time. I didn't say that we had to lose all of the conveniences of life to have a revolution. Now, it's possible. Anything can happen. Once shit starts happening, anything can happen. And you need to be prepared for that. But I wouldn't say that, we're going to, really shift our culture. And so therefore the light is going to go out. I don't know.
Well, technically, the brother Hashim said.
Thank you. Can we please have electricity with our revolution? That's how I want it.
Well, you know what? So I listen to certain scholars. I don't want to make it too inflammatory. I don't want to make it too inflammatory.
He finna start quoting the hoteps. Go ahead.
No, this is like...
No, go ahead.
I'm not quoting them. But basically, the thing is that if we're talking about a revolution, we do have to be prepared for anything. And if that means the loss of electricity. So basically what you're saying is... Well, this is the question. if you had to choose between the two, which one are we choosing?
Revolution.
Okay.
I mean, fuck the electricity.
Right.
I grew up without electricity. I know how to light candles and use kerosene.
So that's kind of the point. So it's like if we're not ready, if we're not as a people, as a culture,
start fire.
I feel like that's more of an incriminate.
What?
No, you starting fires. You shouldn't be starting fires.
I really like fire. Did I ever tell you about that? No, listen.
Can we do that in extra? That'd be a good extra
topic. We're going to talk about me being a pyromaniac on extra?
You want to talk about it now?
Sure. This was when the topic came up. You want to bring it up later? I'm trying to tell a story. What the fuck?
What did you set on fire, lady?
So listen, I used to light everything on fire, right?
Everything.
So yes. So this one time, like we used to just light stuff on fire, like the way fire looked, I like the way it smelled when it went out. So I'm lighting the fire, right? So then Daddy would always know that we was lighting the fires. But I'm only 5. I'm not smart. I don't know how he knows, but he always knew. Right. And so
maybe the burnt shit that you left around the house.
Well,
maybe
I picked the shit up, but maybe the leftover smell or the ash somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, so we got smart. We're gonna go in the closet and light the fire. So we go in the closet to light the fire, and we take some air freshener with us because he keeps smelling the smoke. 1 + 1 = bring the air freshener.
Right.
We light the shit on fire, spray the air freshener,
and it blows up. So that's a chemistry lesson.
Yeah. That's the scariest shit ever happened in my life. At that moment, that was the scariest shit I had experienced in my little 5-year-old life.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is.
It was like, oh shit, put it out.
Oh, I'm glad you're here with us.
I got a woman.
Right. And I know we both don't necessarily agree with, but
I do not agree with beatings, but I did get one.
I'm like, maybe you might want to beat your kids. You're gonna set the house on fire. Maybe just a little bit.
I was scared enough. I didn't need any more reinforcement. I wasn't gonna light shit. What I learned, if nothing else, light the fires outside.
Can we? I don't know. I just felt like because light the fire outside sounds like a quotable to get us back into
get on back in here. Yeah, light the fire outside.
Light the fire outside.
You know what? Oh my God! Because there are so many. I'm sorry, I touched all on you.
No, I'm just. The light
bulb went off. The light bulb went off.
Right.
There's so many of us that have our own personal revolutions, and we want to start. You got your fist personally in the air, but you don't never leave the house with your revolution. You might even teach your kids in the house to be revolutionary. You just sitting back in your own little revolution by yourself, complaining on the internet. You take the fire outside.
Take the fire outside.
The fucking fire outside, people.
See how that? See, we're a fucking good team.
Oh God, read the
we're a fucking good team.
Take the fire out.
So Jonathan,
no, why are you trying to take our electricity away? That's what I want to know.
Hashim says, really, people won't have a revolution because people are too accustomed to the lifestyle they have and aren't willing to sacrifice that lifestyle.
Even for a better one. That's the crazy part. It's like you can't even see the vision that once the change happens and there's a monumental change in society, that it would actually be better for you. They can't see it because they're so that's the point of making people comfortable with all the amenities, with life being good. It's kind of like when you get into this job and you could get a better job, but this job is paying me enough to get by. I don't want to go through the change of having to interview and all of the, and so you stay in this dead end ass job. You're fucking miserable, really, but you're getting by and you go on vacation and you think everything's okay when honestly you could have left that fucking job, made twice as much and been much happier.
Can I call you Sister Lily today?
No, goddamn it.
Well, I feel a little. So basically what you're saying is, because I got to bring it to the thing, is that everybody want they slice of heaven, but don't nobody want to die.
Everybody want to go to outer space, and don't nobody want to build a rocket ship. You hear me? My favorites.
I don't got another one. I'm gonna say. Everybody wants some cake, but ain't nobody want to get the bread.
They don't want to break any eggs. That's simple.
But I want to do something different.
Well, you should have came up with something else. I mean, you should.
Well, you put me on the spot. I was rushed.
They want to go to the store and get the flour. I don't know. Say something.
I said they want to get the bread.
The bread don't go in.
No, it don't. I know I fucked it up. I dropped the ball. I admit it. That's why I want to move on. I want to sweep this under the fucking rug. I want to move on. I'm going to read it. Okay, so Jonathan says, power is never conceded. It's always taken.
Okay. Are we still talking about electricity? That was a joke. That's a good one. That was a terrible joke. Keep going.
It was cute. Renika's in the house.
Hey, Renika.
This is a slight at me.
It's the glasses and the hat. He gets super deep when he came in the door, I felt like I didn't know if we were going to a juke joint after. I literally did not know what was going to happen. But no, seriously, I didn't know what was happening. So hey,
all right, can you read this one?
No, I can't barely see it.
Oh, true.
No, I'm blind. I think he does this every week just so everybody can be reminded that I'm fucking blind. Now, I have my contacts in and I can see. I can see him because he's right here. I can see the painting that's close. I can see that, where the door is and all the different, I can see. I'm going to bump into nothing, but I can't read that little bitty shit.
True that. I was just trying to do this and I was hoping I was going to be able to buy some time while you read it. Well, I did re-upped, but it's cool. I got it. You're right. My fault. I'm bad. Jonathan says, what has been the plight of all of our revolutions? ?
Of all of our revolutionaries.
See, I can't see it. See?
Well, I saw that.
So you can read it. I was trying to how you're supposed to look at a little bit and make it dramatic. So I don't want to read it. I wanted to kind of but I fucked it up. And you saw that.
You're doing the best you can.
I read a lot of other things.
I mean, keep reading.
Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Chairman Hampton, etc.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. So, which is why we need to create a revolution that's not dependent upon a particular leader to push it forward. So our folly, as it were, in the past is that each movement had its own figurehead, and when they took out that figurehead, the movement died. So what we have to do is either put in place a system that instantly replaces it, sort of like the government does. If someone's assassinated, the vice president's there, they immediately take over.
There's a chain of command.
Yeah, there's a chain of command and a swift transition of power with the same goals, right. Or we create something that's not based on we need a leader. Because I think that's, like I said, it's like really one of our pitfalls is that we turn our leaders into celebrities, and then it loses the message. It just turns into hero worship. It's like I almost hate to acknowledge, some of the brothers because it just feels so, you know what I'm saying?
Cult-like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it is a human trait. So there's two things that happens in that dichotomy: leader, follower.
Are we doing all the big words today? That's what we on tonight?
I mean, I didn't put this on for me to talk normal.
He did not put the glasses and the hat on and the vest.
For me to fucking talk like I ain't got no goddamn. So,
hey.
What I'm saying is the dichotomy of the follower-leader relationship, right? Mm-hmm. I think two things happen. Some people don't have the structure. They know what they want, but they don't know how to get it. And that creates a void for a person who likes the idea of followers and power and that type of thing to fill that gap. So we have to kind of disrupt that need of you don't know what to do as an individual. And then that person saying, instead of being of service, I just want to be in the limelight. I want to be the person that says it. I want to be the change, but I don't really want to do the work for real. That's what we're kind of seeing now. You know what I mean? So does that make sense?
Sort of. I don't know what leaders we have now.
I mean, we don't, but we have people ascending into those positions.
Ooh.
Like they're trying to be.
Okay, I'm about to say, that's what we're following.
Well, no, but there's a few people that are, but there's a couple of people that are trying to fill those spots, right? And they're like, they're trying to fill Malcolm's shoes and all these Marcus Garvey shoes, Frederick Douglass shoes. Yeah, they're trying to fill those shoes, and it's not working. But there is still a group of people who believe that they can, and therefore they're not going to do anything extra. They're just going to hopefully hope that they get the work done. So I think to your point, what you said earlier, the only way that this revolution is going to work, because no one wants to be violent, because we don't want. Sure? Not for real, because we would have been by now.
For real. But that's kind of the point. So my question is, do we really want a revolution if we're afraid to escalate it to the point of violence? Do you really want revolution? Do you really want change?
No, we want
So the answer is no.
No, we don't.
Everybody agrees it's no.
We don't want it. Not for real. No. So we want the evolution.
We want a kumbaya our way to change.
Because we gotta go to work tomorrow. Right? So we don't have time to have that violent, abrupt, because things have to change. You might lose your electricity if you boot the people that are in power now and you get rid of them, you might lose your electricity. You might not have clean water for a hot minute. I mean, because we're thinking about if you think about different parts of the country, electricity, you talk about Flint or Detroit or whatever.
Right, I'm saying water, they like, already don't have clean water.
I know, but I'm saying,
what are we talking about here?
I'm saying that could be.
So instead of getting upset national. Because I don't have clean water, we're just going to learn how to deal with the dirty water? Is that what we're doing right now? Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. You don't think we're dealing with dirty water? Mm-hmm. What? Mm-hmm. Yes or no?
Yes, we are dealing with dirty water.
Okay, so I'm just saying. Yes. No, we are. I mean, if we're going to use the analogy of it, yeah, everybody has to deal with the dirty water. We have to deal with racism. We kind of just smile it off or laugh or, walk away from it half the time. Because like you said, I got to keep my job. I got to pay the bills tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So you
don't want to do that. We don't want to do the hard shit.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
You want to read those couple of comments?
I do.
Great.
I got to pick. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had to figure out where we stopped at. Okay. I forgot I got to read all of them. Hashim says, I don't do uprisings anymore. People will leave you hanging. The last time I did one, I got dragged out of a church, literally, and arrested. Oh,
Jesus.
Sounds like a wonderful story. We would like you to
call in. I would love
in.
to hear that story. Right. We're going to get a call in. That's going to be great. One day, we're going to be like, you know what? If you want to come on and tell your story, we're going to figure that out.
That's going to be the first story.
We have the technology. We just need to figure out how to use it.
That's the first fucking story. I need to know what happened. That sounds like some shit that would happen to me, though. Getting drugged out of a church.
Yeah, and arrested. Trying to start the revolution.
Jonathan says, how do you keep the powers that be from infiltrating your revolution?
You know what? That's an amazing question, actually.
I have an amazing answer.
Oh.
So what?
He's ready.
Yeah, so there has been successful revolutions across the world. And the only thing I could say is that the core people that are affecting the change are so adamant about that change that they can't be flipped. That's the only way I can put it. So we think about the revolution in Haiti, Toussaint L'Ouverture. We think about the Cuban Revolution with Castro. Like, he was in power for forever. And we're seeing that a little bit. There's the country in Ghana. We'll see how that goes. But I feel like Ghana is going to be another revolution real soon. I can't remember the president's name right now, so forgive me for that. But look him up. He has that mindset, and I don't know. I think he might actually be able to pull it off. So that's the only thing. When you have weak people in your circle or people that are kind of iffy, you're not really sure.
Right. So like you said, how do we keep that? You know what I'm saying? Because you want to have people to join. You want people to come with you. There's always going to be the ops. The ops always come. There's a whole system set in place to stop any sort of, mass gatherings or Black extremists and things like that. So how do you counteract that?
A level of paranoia that you have to have. I don't want to go too deep into that. You would have to do your research on the leaders that didn't die and the ones that actually were able to execute their revolutions. There's a level of paranoia that you just have to have. So unfortunately, that means you really can't truly trust the people in your circle, but they understand that and they keep you protected. So there's just, you're going to have to do that research. But that's how. Paranoia, honestly, because they will infiltrate your shit. Devon?
I think it's Devon.
Dickerson.
Says.
Everyone who stands up gets knocked down with dumb chat.
I think part of the problem is the way that we cancel people, and lately it's so hard for people to come into anything because we're so looking for that person's downfall. Nobody's going to be perfect or the Messiah or whatever. So the minute that you hear that this person is human and whatever their fallacies might be, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So that happens a lot versus there were always the rumors about King being, having extramarital affairs. We didn't care. It was his message and his stuff. It was more important. And until the actual revolution and us changing things is more important than the people that are doing it, it's going to keep being that. So there has to be a shift in our mindset as far as what we really want, because there are no perfect human beings.
Yeah.
Whoever winds up in that position of quote unquote power or, winds up being the players or even you, me, we all have flaws and fuck ups. So being a part of anything, you have to kind of step aside from how you feel personally about somebody's personal life Somebody asked me once before, like, why I don't run for public office. I said, man, I got 5 kids and 4 baby daddies. They would eat me alive.
Yeah. Well, see, so let me interject real quick. I think what we haven't seen since the 70s, probably 80s, early 90s, is that people that do more work. So yeah, they may have skeletons, they may have dirt, but they got the work done. They did the shit that they said they was going to do, and they did it well, and they were exceptional in a public forum, right? So they went on TV and they didn't fuck up. They, you know, whenever they were in public doing their thing, they were flawless. Therefore, they were respected. And if you did find something, it's like it doesn't measure up to what they've already accomplished. And I think that's what's missing. So the people who get knocked down outside of just being outright assassinated, now it's character assassination.
Right, but say it's the same thing. It's like, okay, we don't have to actually kill them. That's too much.
Yeah.
Let's just destroy their,
well, no, but
you know,
of
sense
old,
of integrity.
you had to kill them.
Yeah. So they moved on from that. They're smarter now. Let's don't kill him. We're going to make a martyr. And then they still look up to this person and still follow his teachings and keep trying. Instead of that, let's assassinate their character. That's why nobody has come into power since then.
Right.
Because, you know, as soon as, you know, somebody made a move, you had to hear about all of their
flaws and secrets. And, well, and again, so to your point, and what I'm saying as well, is that basically what has to happen is you have to create a system and step away from it. So that way, if you get assassinated physically or your character is assassinated, you've created a thing that doesn't need you to keep it going, which basically means everybody has to have a personal revolution. It's not, I don't think it's going to be what we think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be motherfuckers in the streets marching and like, that's how it's going to get done. Don't get me wrong. We should march when it's time or whatever, but I don't think that's how it's going to be. I don't think that's how it's going to be. And I don't think it's going to be bloodshed either. I think that each individual has to do what the fuck they need to do.
So are you saying like change their personal life in such a way that, but that sounds more evolutionary to me. So what
but that's what I'm saying. We're not ready for a revolution because we're not ready to sacrifice any of the luxuries we have in this Western society. We're just not. We're not ready to give that up. At any point in time, for the power goes out in a day and we're freaking out. So if we have a revolution, you don't think they're gonna cut our shit off?
I got a lot of candles, flashlights, and batteries. I can start a fire.
That's all I'm saying. Well, we're not doing to the fire thing. You can't do no more fires.
What? I can't start a fire. Every time we light a grill, I have to light the grill. Like whatever park we at, somebody will come find me. Hey, I'm finna light the grill, Lily. You gotta come light it. Because I
do appreciate the fact that I learned today that you're a pyromaniac.
That's good to know, right?
And that you have pyromania.
That is need to know information.
And mania means fucking crazy. You're crazy for fire.
I like fire. You never just sit and watch the fire and watch it dance and grow and ebb and no.
Yes. I will say yes. I would say yes. Yes.
It's fascinating.
Uh-oh. It was on the news, says Hashim, but
Jesus, we got to hear this story. I don't know what he did. He got dragged out of a church. It was on the news.
So if we just Google your first and last name and type in church, will it come up? Can I just do that?
No, we're not doing it right now. Go.
Not now. Jonathan says Robert Mugabe. So yes.
In Zimbabwe, yeah.
And then Patrice Lumumba. But the man in Ghana right now that's been elected recently, he's doing some. I like what he's doing. I think he might set it off.
So I got to tell you how we came here, and then we're going to wrap, right?
Yep.
So somebody said that we need to keep the same energy for Asian lives that we have for Black lives. And I just took issue with that. It's like, that's totally our problem. It's like we want to fix everybody else's problems and come to everybody else's aid. And our shit has been fucked up for so long. Like as a people, they're in a much better position than we have. We're not even close. It's not even comparable. Even like every other ethnic group is leaps and bounds ahead of us on average, not the individuals. Individuals of us are great, but the collective are fucked up, in every way. like any measure, we're at the fucking bottom. But we're at the same time wanting to reach out and like, oh, we need to really care about them and we need to care. No, we need to take care of home. I ever told y'all charity starts at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you don't take care of yourself and your community, we don't even have a community. We have places where we live that we can get pushed right out of if somebody else comes in here. They can't do that in other communities. They're not going to go into a Latin neighborhood and gentrify it. They're not going to go into the Asian community and gentrify it. They do it to us constantly. You know why? Because they fucking can. And nobody understands that until we have our own solidarity, how in the fuck are we going to be solid with somebody else? What are we offering?
I think you have a valid point. I would like to offer a different angle.
Sure.
So the angle is, I believe it was Dr. John Henrik Clarke that said, we gave the world its first humanity and we will give it its second. And basically what that means to me, the interpretation that I have of that is that, yes, we're right now collectively at the bottom, but we've never lost our humanity at any point in time. We're not gonna, like, you know, they think that we're gonna enslave them if we get in power. Like, nobody's thinking that. I think that we see what's happening to other people and we instantly relate to that. And with the little power that we have, we want to reach across. Right, that's the little that we have.
What is it? What's the power that we have?
We dance real good and we got the hip hop. No, I'm just playing. But I mean, not collectively, we don't have any power, but I guess it depends on which. I don't want to answer that question because it's a little deper.
Just go ahead. With a little bit of power we have, we want to reach out.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with having that level of humanity. Now, when you talk about strategy, there may be a better way to do it, but I think that speaks to who we are as a people, that we see injustice and we want to tackle that. We want to fix that or alleviate it in some sense of the word. So I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong.
So you want to fix the injustices for people who have plenty of resources to fix it themselves.
But who said it? Who said it? Where there's an injustice somewhere, there's injustice everywhere.
Martin said something like that.
Mm-hmm. So again, that's what I'm saying. I think it just speaks to the nature of who we are. We see it and we're like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, but there was also Malcolm and Muhammad who said, fuck them folks. Paraphrasing.
Fuck them folks, said Malcolm X. He didn't say that.
He did.
But
he did.
And again, I don't know if anybody's organizing an effort to save them. That would be interesting to see. But to express that we understand and we can relate and want to have some type of unification, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
But who are you unifying with? People who don't fuck with you? Because who are you unifying with?
Well, so you would assume that all Asian people don't fuck with black people, and that's not true.
Nobody said all. Who's talking about all? Nobody's saying a collect. I'm saying in general, the relationship that the Asian community has with the black community is a very parasitic one. It's not symbiotic in any way.
But see, right. But see, what happens is, when we talk about a grand scheme of strategy and war and all of that stuff, the enemy of my enemy could potentially be my friend. If
they want it to be, but they don't.
But this might be the time. I don't know. I'm not saying
reach across the aisle. It worked for the Democrats.
All I'm saying is that the sentiment of understanding an injustice is perfectly fine. Now, if we take all of the little resources we have and try to fix that, I don't think that's strategic. Or beneficial.
I'm literally talking about the actual hijacking of our little piece of movement that we have, our little Black Lives Matter, to frame it in Asian Lives Matter. That's not helpful. You know what I'm saying? Let them come up with their own fucking slogans. That's all we got is slogans. Can we keep those? What?
Right. I don't know. I don't think I see the harm in it. I think we do need to stay focused, but I don't see there's any harm with understanding, acknowledging that other people or other cultures have injustices that are similar at times, not on a grand scale, but similar at times. So if somebody is massacred, we should be able to say, hey, that's fucked up. You probably shouldn't do that. And we
could just be quiet, mind our business.
And we stand in solidarity with people who've been massacred. There's nothing wrong with that.
Or we could hush and worry about our own problems.
Whatever. I think we can do both.
I think we can't.
All right. Well,
that's it.
I gotta do the thing I wasn't ready yet.
I tell you what.
This one.
All right. Listen to Extra Bourbon and Pancakes on Spotify, Apple, or Google Podcasts. It's available every Friday. We're going to record it just now. As soon as we get done with this, I'm going to pour another drink. we're going to talk about something fucking else. It definitely won't be this heavy. And I'll post it tomorrow.
Yes. And of course, if you would like to support Bourbon and Pancakes, there's 1,000 ways you can do it. The top ways you can do it is to share this shit.
Please.
With somebody you like.
Tell a motherfucker.
Or somebody you kind of fuck with them. But share with them anyway.
Hit the button.
Right? Or you can buy a lovely glass.
We only got a few left.
And we got a few left. And after that, we're done. We're moving on to the next thing, the next project. And then, last but not least, Cash App, which we do appreciate everyone who has done that already.
Y'all are dope.
That's how we get the bourbon. That's how we were able to kind of get the glasses and everything going. Right. So that is $ bourbon and spelled out pancakes.
They wouldn't let me use the ampersand. I wanted to.
Yeah. Special characters are not prohibited, but whatever. That's fine.
All right, we're gonna do this again next week.
All right, peace.
We do this every week. That's what we're doing. You know what? Hit the button. Hit the fucking button. He's on.
Right, that's what I'm waiting for. You say hit the button. That's how I know when to close.
Button because he just